Hey, good morning. Todd Miller here. I got some great news. The Senate just extended the homebuyer tax credit. I wanted to go over some of the details because there's a lot of speculation as to about what everything means and how it applies to you buying a home. It's pretty straightforward. As you probably were aware, this year there was an $8,000 tax credit. You had to purchase a home by a certain date, close by a certain date. Well, that $8,000 credit is still there. It's been extended to the end of June of 2010, so June 30th of 2010. You get $8,000 tax credit if you're a first-time home buyer buying a house. You have to have put the property under contract by April 30th. So the purchase agreement date has to be April 30th, 2010, closed by the end of June. You get $8,000. Now they added something to that. What they added was, if you're a repeat buyer, meaning if you're not a first-time home buyer, you bought a house in the past, or you're currently in a house, you want to buy another one, you're going to get a $6,500 tax credit for a repeat buyer. Now, there's a caveat to that. A repeat buyer is you have to have lived in your current home at least 5 years. So you can't be like trying to flip a bunch of houses and get tax credit every time. You just can get it once, and it has to be for that 5 years, being in the house 5 years. Now, if you're active duty military, they've extended it, all those numbers for a year, provided you were outside of the U.S. on deployment for at least 90 days from January 1st of 2009 until May 1st of 2010. So if you were overseas for 90 days, that whole scenario just shifts a year for you, and you claim it on your taxes. Okay, now as you're probably aware, there's some more caveats to it. One of the caveats is if you're buying $1 million home, you're not going to get the credit. There's a limit. It's $800,000, so homes over $800,000 don't qualify. There's also some income limits. If you make over $125,000 single, you're not going to get the full credit, and if you'll get a reduced payment over $125,000, and if you're over $145,000, you're not going to get anything. There's no credit available to you. If you're a joint filer, it's $225,000. You get the full credit up to that, and then over $245,000 you don't get anything. So between $225,000 and $245,000 there is a reduced credit there. You're probably wondering, well, what do I have to do? Well, it's pretty easy. You just put it on your taxes. There was an estimation that there were thousands of people that put it on their taxes that never really bought the home. They just put it on there as a deduction, and the IRS is going to have to go back and figure out who really bought houses and didn't. So, you have to just put on your tax returns. You can do it on your 2009 tax return. Just put it on there. Of course, if you have any questions, now I got all these numbers from this, which was posted on the internet. I am not an accountant. I'm not a CPA. I do have an MBA, but I'm not like a tax person. So I'm just giving you the numbers I got from this news article online. What you need to do is, if you want specific information, you have to go to an accountant who's a tax professional and talk to them about your strategies and how this applies to you. And of course, get your real estate agent to help you with the home purchase, and get a good mortgage lender to help you with getting a good loan product. That's my great news of the day, and thanks for tuning in.